Well, for this class, the theme is passive voice and relative clauses. This is a class for third of high school. The objectives of the class is the students we able to distinguish between active and passive voice in sentence. Also create they will create sentences in the active and passive voice, learn the definition of relative clauses and the words that signal relative clauses, and understand the role of relative clauses. The methodology and strategies are audiolingual method and total physical response, solo group, pair activity, and group activity. In order to the class be able to, according to the participate, and the anticipatory set, I will start the class with a reading about the Hong Kong as a food paradise. The students will work in groups. In this reading, they are going to identify some passive construction about although was drawn to those constructions because some of the students learned passive voice in the primary. So for some students it's easy because they could remember or maybe they will practicing, but for others no, including if they have these lessons in the primary. So the objective of this is that all students achieve all the objectives of the class. So according to this, I'm going to present them the form of passive construction and through example demonstrates converting active sentence into passive sentence. Now I'm going to explain them to use of the relative clauses with examples. Because the most important is when we use the word with examples, because I can give the students all the theoretical part, but they're really going to learn through examples, practicing and doing more exercises. Now for the guided practice, the students will work in pairs on page 39 in activity 3 and 4. They are going to complete the text with a passive voice, then do sentences using passive voice 2 and passive voice 2. Okay. Now for independent practice as a homework, the students will work in the textbook on page 39 activity 5 and 5 and 6, where they will choose the correct relative clauses and rewrite the sentence. Assessment, the students will work in an online worksheet where they are going to complete the sentence, find the verb in the third form. Okay, for this I'm going to give them a link where we work, and more than work, they have I would like that they have a good time, they fun working, and also taking this a kind of game. For the closing review and follow-up, I like that the students ask me questions about the grammar topic and I will give them a response. This is important in order to improve the confidence between teacher and students, because sometimes the students don't get the knowledge because they feel shy to ask, or they feel scared for do some mistakes or that things. So I always want that my students feel the confidence to ask me whatever though that they have.